My name's Jane Clack. I'm a counsellor working at an organisation called One North East in Woodford Green. Primarily we're a drug and alcohol day centre, an abstinence service, but we realised that addiction and alcoholism affects the whole family. We've had a relative service for a long time, and recently, since 2008, we've developed a service for young people called Any Teens. Now, Any Teens was started because we realised the effect of alcohol and addiction on the whole family and young people in particular. It's a huge problem that's underreported, grossly underreported. Figures back from 2004 estimate that 1 million kids are living with addiction. We know this is underreported. More specifically, Childline produced a report this year saying the number of calls that they've received has doubled over the last year. So what I want to talk about is how it affects young people. The main problem that children have is it's a hidden disease in the family, the shame that comes from living with alcoholics or addicts. They feel like they're the only one. And they have to keep the family secret. They feel embarrassed, and also they're afraid. They're afraid of what they go home to in the evening. Very often their homework is sobering up their mum and dad, and they feel confused when they see their parents drunk or in a state with drugs, and they worry for themselves and their parents. One of the biggest problems that children face is that they lack concentration at school. This impacts on their lives in the future with employment and education. Their relationships are warped in a sense that they can't trust people, and this has a knock-on effect. Recent studies have shown that children that grow up in this sort of environment are very, very likely to become either alcoholics or addicts themselves. So there's a generational impact on them. What we try to do is, what we do in the schools we work in and in the centre, is provide a safe place for these children where they can come along and talk in a confidential space about the effects it has on them. We've been very successful. We've just received lots of funding, so we're hoping to expand the service. I just want to briefly talk about the protective factors for children in this situation. Very often the non-alcoholic parent or carer works their hardest to protect the children, and many of them do very good jobs. However, sometimes this is not enough, and young people need people outside of the family to talk to, and this is what we endeavour to provide. We also educate or talk with, liaise with people, child social workers and teachers, and the school in which we work, we have a very good relationship, and we can talk very openly with the staff. As I mentioned before, One North East and Any Teens, spelt N-E Teens, is based in Woodford Green. We're a free service, and the referral referral process is very easy. You just phone up and ask for myself, Jane, or Joe Blackledge, who's a clinical manager. Our telephone number is 0208 220 0132, and our website is www.1ne, that's the number 1.org.uk. So anybody can phone up and get some help or advice. Thank you.